Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It's been another cold one today. I've been down to watch my daughter dancing once again. They finished second today in their neoclassical troupe or ensemble. And I'm going to have a nice shave now. I was going to have one this morning but I just fancied leaving it. I'm going to do a cold water shave using the same razor I used yesterday, which is at the moment, it's pretty much my favourite razor in the den just now. The Gillette Rocket 500 HD, number 59. Beautiful, beautiful little twist to open razor. I have got the same blade in as yesterday, the Gillette Nasset, second use. It was super silky smooth yesterday when I used it for a hot water shave, and now I'm going to use it for a cold water shave just to feel the difference between the hot and the cold, or try and feel the difference. It felt so efficient, I don't think it's going to make a whole heap of difference, but let's just see how we go. The soap today, I was going to look it up and see if I could find the scent profile for it, but I'm not going to change my ways. Conservatory by Jeeves of Hudson Street. Brian Postlethwaite, I think it is how you pronounce it, I'm not sure, makes these soaps. You'll see him on Facebook, he's all over the place. Makes beautiful soaps. These are absolutely lovely soaps to shave with. The scent of Turkish, there's a Turkish bath, I think it's the other one I've got, smells superb, and it's a great soap. This one, what I've done is I've just squished it into a ramekin, basically popped the whole puck in there and then squished it down with the heat of my fingers and really pushed it into the sides in the hope I don't get any water down the sides of it. Now scent, I get nothing, literally nothing. I wonder if it's an unscented soap. It smells almost like a hand soap, like a really lightly scented hand soap, like a Dove sort of. In fact, it's even lighter scented than a Dove. If this was scented and I had to give it a scent strength, I would probably give it a 0.5. I literally, there's just a slight change between there and putting that in front of my nose. The brush I'm going to use, it's been a reasonably exciting couple of days for Manchester United. We've signed Romelu Lukaku, who wasn't my first choice, if I'm honest, for a striker, but he's proven in the Premier League. He's scored a lot of goals over the last 3 seasons. He's a big, powerful, quick lad. And if he improves his game enough between now and the start of the season, improves it slightly, I think he'll be a force to be reckoned with at United. So I'm going to use my Manchester United chubby style brush made by Frilot, and this was piffed to me from Oivy Chapel. And it's got a lovely scent as well. This was actually used by my son recently. And both of these brushes, this one and my other Manchester United brush, I will probably keep forever, or until my boys come of age. And that'll probably be the first shaving brushes. So here we go. I've just wet the brush. This is slightly wet because I wet it a little bit when I was cleaning it up. And let's just load straight into the brush, and then I'm going to face lather. Now the knot in this brush is a 24mm game changer. They're really nice knots, but I don't find them to be as good as the Boss knot from Brush Guy. And it's certainly nowhere near as good as the Tuxedo knots for me anyway. This does offer a little bit more scratch, not scritch. It does offer a bit of scrub, which is nice. It's not uncomfortable at all, but it just doesn't live up to the Tuxedo knots, the black wool, so that even the Boss knot, I think the Boss knot's a better knot, personally. I think my next knot that I'll probably look to get will be the Cashmere, which is basically just a version of the Tuxedo, but it's all white, looks like a bow knot. So here we go, that's it loaded up. Doesn't look like much in there, but from memory, Jeeves of Hudson Street soap is actually pretty good lathering soap. Splash of cold water, and then we'll paint it on the face. Yeah, it smells like soap. It just smells like just a lightly scented sort of Dove soap. It might be that this is a scent geared towards people with sensitive skin, so there's no real essential oils in there, it's just the smell of the soap itself. The other thing that this brush highlights for me is the fact that I prefer bigger handles now. I thought I was going to be a short, stubby sort of handle lover in brushes. I prefer the look of them, but as you can see, they're not as easy to keep clean when you're lathering. A lot of scratch, a lot of scrub, sorry, not scratch, scrub from this brush. This would definitely be a great step for a natural hair brush user who wants to try synthetics, because you'll get that, in my opinion, you get a very similar sort of experience with this knot that you get from, say, a good quality badger knot. This lather's so nice. Superb. See if I can rinse a bit of that lather off the brush handle there. Right, so as I said at the start, I'm going to be using the Gillette Rocket HD 500 number 59. Second use on the Gillette Nasset blade, which I absolutely love in this razor. I love the blades anyway, but in this razor they're exceptional. Okay, so for that first few strokes there, I have to be honest and say I feel no difference whatsoever. This blade and razor just chew through here. I've only got 24 hours growth, just slightly more than that, so I'm not expecting it to be tough to get through, but it's so smooth. Incredible, just such a perfect combination. The soap, beautiful, really slick. Like I say, this isn't my cup of tea, this sort of soap. I know performance is extremely important, in fact it's probably more important than any scent, but the scent is what makes the soap excel for me. You can have the thing is, you can have the best scented soaps in the world, if they don't perform, they'll never get sold, or no one will use them. You can have one of the best performing soaps in the world, and even though the scent might not be great, it might not be strong enough, it might be unscented, you still buy it because it's excellent stuff. Mitchell's Real Fat is a prime example of that, not for me personally, but for pretty much a big majority of wet shaving. Right, first pass down. Outstanding. I'll just show you the slickness with this soap. I can feel it's like ice. It's that silky, icy sort of feeling that you get from it. So as you can see, it doesn't look like there's much in there, but this little brush, I find with these synthetics, they just hold the lather really well. Unlike I found with natural hair brushes, I found I was always wanting for more lather for the second and third application. As you see, just a little bit of invigoration with this, and look at that down here. That's all it needs. And you've got another wonderful lather. Haven't done anything special with it, haven't added any more water. And the Game Changer knot is very good for that. It releases the lather well, it creates a great lather. In some ways, maybe better than the Tuxedo in terms of releasing it. It's just not as comfortable on my face as what I find the Tuxedo. The Tuxedo just it's like cotton wool balls, it's so soft. Beautiful. Okay, across the grain. Now believe it or not, I'm not running out of soap, but I'm running out of new soap. So I do have quite a fair bit still coming in the mail. I've got some nice surprises coming in the mail as well. Which I'm really looking forward to. Some of which I already know what they are. This razor's outstanding. I shall be back. And we're back, and as you can see, I have got the same amount of lather on my face as when I left. Just went to help my wife with some technology stuff. I just want to highlight, I've been away from the camera now for a while. This soap, I haven't rinsed it off or anything, it's just still on my skin from the shave. It still feels very moisturised. I don't feel like my skin dried out at all. It's a very, very high quality soap. And I've just added a bit of water there and it's instant slickness. Like I say, the Turkish one that I've got beats this hands down because of the scent, but the performance it's really up there. When I did my top 10 soaps in the den, there was a couple of soaps that I picked up that almost made it in there, but it's difficult. Jeeves at Hudson Street was one of them. The other one was River Valley Trading, the Wrigley tin soaps, which is beautiful stuff. The other one was PAA CAD. Now the reason that these didn't make it in the end is basically just the scent, nothing to do with performance. Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, Jeeves of Hudson Street and River Valley Trading have all got outstanding performance. Just took a little dip of water there because this is a little bit dry. And as you can see, it just whips up, it's flying everywhere. Yeah, this is just I believe this is a scentless soap, and it'll be interesting to find out once I've done this shave, to go and have a look and find out. So across the grain, the other direction. When I come to this part of my lips, I always sort of just angle up a little bit, and it catches sort of against the grain. It's almost like a cross against a diagonal grain. Same on this side. And I find it just tidies it up, gets those last stragglers, because I'm not going to go against the grain today. Even though I know with this soap that I can, and this razor. I just want to rest my skin a little bit. I have been shaving every day and enjoying every minute of it, but I don't want to push it. There's nothing worse than overshaving. I'm glad now that I've got to a stage where I can shave every day without any irritation, pretty much. I've always got redness down here, Doesn't matter whether I shave or not, whether I leave it for a week or two or a month. Doesn't matter, I've always got that, I've had it for years. But the thing is with the artisans, it doesn't flare up like it used to with the Gillette goo and everything else that I bought when it was on special just to try and get a good shave from a shit razor, or from a cartridge razor. I'm not going to say shit razor because they're great razors for someone, just not me. I mean, can you get a great shave out of a cartridge razor? You can actually. I had one not too long ago, it was a pretty good shave. But can you get an enjoyable shave out of a cartridge razor? I don't think you can. Well, I can't. No way in hell can I get an enjoyable shave out of a cartridge razor. So that there is a fourth lather. That's pretty much all you need for the fourth pass. You don't need 4 passes in a shave, I just overdo it sometimes. Right, here we go. So I'm just going to basically go across again. This is a soap. Being a head shaver, I can highly recommend this soap for head shaving. It's so slick, it's not even funny how slick this soap is. I would say, performance-wise, just based solely on an overall performance, it wouldn't be far off my best performing soap. Post-shave feel I find is excellent. Just taking into consideration the soap only, not the post-shave treatment of witch hazel and everything else, which I'm about to start now. There's lemon. The great thing with this soap is if you were going to use a nice scented aftershave, that stuff's never going to affect any scents at all that you use. I'm not going to be using a nice scented aftershave, well I am, but you'll know what's coming. Doing now is just rinsing the brush out while the witch hazel dries in, which takes I find it takes between sort of 15 to 20 seconds roughly to get it pretty much bone dry. There we go. That's one thing I do find surprising with the Game Changer knot, is it never seems to hold the lather really deep. Let's see if I've got any weepers today. No, nothing at all. I don't see, I never felt too much of a burn there from the wet Thea's. Lemon one you do get a little bit of a sting, and I did feel a little bit, but nothing that was even remotely bad. So the soap was Jeeves of Hudson Street Conservatory. In my opinion, pretty much a scentless soap. It's an unscented soap to my nose. A scent strength of anything would be a 0.5, and it's only just because I can just barely smell a very light scent of just a natural soap. That's all I get from it, or what my mind tells me is a natural soap. The brush was the custom Leo Frilot Manchester United to match the shirt. Beautiful little brush. I really enjoy this one. It's got the loft slightly higher on this one as it is to my other one. I had it set far too low, and I'm still contemplating getting it re-knotted. I just don't know whether to do it. It might damage the handle, I don't know. But I might still get it re-knotted because I love that brush, I love the shape of it. The razor just blows me away. Every time I use it, it gets better and better the more my technique gets with it. It feels very, very mild. It is mild, but it's surprisingly efficient if you put the right blade in it. The Gillette Nasset, which is in here, it's absolutely outstanding. If you don't know what the blades look like, they're right behind me, up on the door. So that's what the blades look like, and I absolutely love them. One of my favourite blades, if not at the moment, the way it's going, probably my favourite blade right now. Even on top of the Kai, the feathers, all those others. It's just smooth, it's sharp, it's great, really is. Then moved on to the Thea's Lemon, which there's still a little bit on there, but I'm not too fussed about that now, because I'm about to slap a good whack of glycerin on. By way of Nivea Too Faced. I've never used this stuff before, this is the first time ever. Ha, you're right. Second bottle, nearly finished. I've got my third bottle ready to go. And all you do is you just shake it up. Turns into that colour, and that's you ready to go. You just put a good splash of this on. It's got that beautiful clean Gillette scent. It smells like Gillette. Beautiful and clean, crisp. It's got a good burn from it. And as soon as the burn goes, I know I say it every time, but I say it because there's new guys watching as well. For you guys that are watching and you've never used this before, it burns like a good strong alcohol aftershave does. And then you get it's coming now, it's just a beautiful ice cold mentholated zing. It just wakes you right up, wakes your skin up. And this is so concentrated with glycerin and good stuff for your skin, surprisingly, from such a big company. You can feel it straight away. It's almost silky smooth on your skin. It looks a bit greasy. You can actually see the gloss from the sort of oils that are in it and the glycerin. Give that sort of 3 to 4 minutes and it just absorbs and the skin feels great for the rest of the day. I really enjoy it. And on a good day, you can pick this up over here in Australia for about $7. In the UK, they were doing them for, I think it was £1.75 in Superdrug, I think it was, for a while there. My mum brought a few over for me. I sent a couple of them over to Kenley. Superb stuff. I absolutely love it and highly recommend it. I hope it gets to America eventually. Yeah, another outstanding shave from an outstanding artisan of soaps, using an outstanding artisan brush and a razor that's twice my age. Brilliant. Can't ask for much more than that. No weepers, no creepers, no cuts, no real irritation at all, other than my usual shit down here, which I don't worry about. You know, skin, it's never going to be perfection. It'll just be as good as it's going to be, and this is the best my skin's ever been, if I'm brutally honest. Anyway guys, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.